You can try Suntico for free by either choosing the menu item Try for Free or by clicking here. To start your free trial, you will need to enter a valid email address, your first and last name, and select Sage 50 Canadian Edition from the drop-down. Then click Sign Up. The system will send a confirmation link to the email you provided. Open your email and check the inbox for an email from Suntico. If you can't see it, please check your spam folder. In case you can't find the email in the spam folder either, please use the Contact Suntico function on their website. Proceed with opening the email and either click on Verify this email address or copy the link shown and paste it into your web browser. In the following window, your email address is shown and you will have to provide your company name and select a password. Move to the next step by clicking on Sign Up. In the following steps, you can select default settings for your organization. These can also be changed later in your system settings. Finish by clicking on Go to Application. Now your registration is complete and you are logged into the platform. Before we start with the connector installation, we need to check and prepare a few things in Sage 50. Start your copy of Sage 50 Canadian Edition and open your company file. Once opened, go to Setup and select the option Set up Users and Roles. Then type in your admin password and click OK. Select the Add User button. Create a new user for the Suntico connector and choose a password. We will require this information later during the connector installation. Select the option Read and Write Access and Full Accounting Rights. Confirm with OK. If you have chosen a weak password, the system will suggest that you change it to a stronger one. You can however override this by selecting No. Next, you need to confirm that the system is in multi-user mode. Click on File. If you see the option Switch to single user mode, then the setting is already correct. No further action required. If you see the option Switch to multi-user mode, we will need to change this. Click on it and confirm with Yes. You can close the program and return to the Suntico platform. We are back in the dashboard of Suntico. There is however no Sage data yet available. For this to happen, we have to download and install the connector on the computer or server where your copy of Sage 50 is installed. In our example, we are already on the correct machine. First, click the gray and white settings wheel in the top right-hand corner of the screen, and choose Download Suntico Connector. This will open a new web page. The Suntico connector requires Microsoft.NET Framework 4.0. To see if you have the correct version installed, you can follow the instructions on the web page. Start by copying the link, then open a command prompt dialog box. In Windows 7 you can do so by pressing the Windows key plus R simultaneously, and paste the link. Alternatively, you can click on Start, Accessories and select Command Prompt. Paste the command and confirm with Enter. You can see if you have the required version of the .NET Framework. If you don't, please follow the installation steps as outlined on the web page. Next, download the connector installer by clicking on the download link. Once the download is finished, click on the application to start the installation. The Suntico connector installer will appear on the screen and the application's requirements will be verified. While you wait for the application to initialize, you can go back to the dashboard, select Settings, then click on Connector, and Connector Keys. Here you can see the registration and the activation keys. These are the keys that you will need to complete the installation. We switch back to the connector software setup. When prompted, type in your email address and the registration and activation keys. Reconfirm the product type by selecting Sage 50 Canadian Edition and click Next. Select correct year for version and click Next, and finally select the correct release. After confirming with Next, the installer download progress will be shown. A pop-up will be displayed. Click Install to begin the installation. We can see the Suntico connector installation progress. Once finished, you will be asked to enter your company information. Here we will need the username and password that we had configured earlier in Sage 50 Accounting Canadian Edition. Click Browse, and find your company database. It is a .sai file. Select the database and insert the username and the password that you created in Sage 50. Then click Connect. After some time you will return to the previous screen. You can now click on Finish. Now the connector is going to start the installation. Please note, you can add further companies from the platform once this initial setup is finished. Also, if this is the first time you access Suntico after the synchronization, you may have to select your company from the drop-down menu next to your name in the top right-hand corner of the screen. To open the connector client, go to the system tray on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen and click on this icon. You will see the activity of the connector. When the process is completed, you will be able to see the Sage records in Suntico. For this you will need to refresh the screen. Go to My Business, Accounts. As you can see, you have all the informations in your platform. By default, the frequency of updates are set to live. This means that Suntico synchronizes with your Sage system every 10 seconds, or as often as possible. We recommend adjusting the setting for the interval as it may affect other applications accessing Sage and could impact on the PC performance. First, click on Settings, next, click on Connector, and Details. In the General tab, you can see the field time interval where you can select the option that best suits your requirements. The update frequency can be changed from every 10 seconds to 2 hours. Suntico, it's that simple.